Cedric Tillman officially out,
Yeah.
officially in. Friend of the program, John Fanta, the man, the myth, the legend. What's up, John?
Great to see you guys. Very
What's
good
up,
to
John?
see you. Yes,
Tell us
how's
about
life,
this new
guys?
show you're doing.
Yes, Fanta 60. It debuts on Monday at 6 Eastern Time, NBCSN and Peacock, as well as YouTube and all your social media platforms. NBC Sports Network's available on YouTube TV, Xfinity, a couple other cable platforms. So it's 6 to 7 Eastern Time. It's every single Monday. I just wrapped up my first year at NBC Sports, and the bosses came to me over the summer and they said, what do you think about taking all your sports thoughts and putting them into an hour once a week? And, you guys do your show every single day. I admire you for all that you do to package it all together. I got a couple different other assignments where I'm working in the studio for our football and do some basketball. I do a lot of basketball. So I'm excited about this because it is every Monday. We recap the weekend. We set up the week. I can tell you, Cleveland sports fans, that on Monday's premiere, I will waste no time at addressing the elephant in the room. What you see is what you get with me. That's what you're going to get on this show. It's 1 hour. It's every Monday evening, and I can't wait to get started. And you see that voicemail line, 203-832-5748. You can leave me a voicemail. I want this to be a voicemail-driven show.
And this is, John keeps it real. Not everybody in the national media is as outgoing, as honest as John is. And that's why, like everything else you've done, this is going to be a success and people are going to be excited about it. So we wish you the best of luck. It starts this coming Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. Peacock, NBC Sports Network. Everybody check it out. That's cool. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, you're winning. Hey,
Yep.
listen, that check is big, bro. Hey, let me hold some money, John. Let me hold something. right fast. I know, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
You know what? The roots mean the world. The roots mean the world to me. And I love Cleveland, Ohio, as you guys know. But I've been very grateful and lucky to get these types of opportunities. And one of the things that I was talking with somebody about like an hour ago, and I'm sure you three can all relate. And by the way, I wanted to say, Chris, I love your work. I know we haven't met, but it's nice to be joining you today as well. So
Wow.
great stuff that you're doing at WKYC. But I want to say.
John.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly. Yeah. I want to say, like somebody said to me in the last hour, you can't change who you are. They're signing you up to do a show because of they wanted you to do it, and same thing with you guys when you're on the air. Like authenticity to me, and this is a problem I have with a lot of with some of. I'm not gonna say a lot of.
Yeah.
Some of the coverage around this Browns thing. I think this show does a great job authentically. I don't want to call people out, but I do think there are sometimes things that are said and they're not actually authentic from some of the folks that are saying them. And I think that's a problem in our climate. And I think as time goes along, like people see through that stuff. You got to be who you are. You got to be true to what you believe.
I agree.
1,000%.
John, we'll save the Browns. Let's get to the Guardians. We'll start with the positive.
Oh, good.
7 in a row, 8 of 9. I was saying before this 12-game stretch against awful teams, although the Royals are playing much better lately, that you had to win 9 or 10 out of 12. So far, it's 8-1. Day off today. Come home and play the Royals. They are in the third wild card spot by 2 over Texas, 2.5 behind the White Sox. How you feeling? What's the confidence level heading into this weekend series with Kansas City right now?
The confidence level is high that they can win this division and that they could get a bye. And that's crazy to say, but think about the fact, if you're in Cleveland, it's got to make you smile thinking about the fact that the Red Sox may have to play the Yankees in a 3-game series. You lose twice, your season's over, and the Guardians could be resting at home. The Guardians have the advantage over the White Sox now. Now, you know why? Like Chicago might be able to hit better, but Chicago's never been in the position they're in right now. They are a young team. And one of the things that, when you talk to Venables throughout the year, I did a White Sox game in July, and I said to Will Venables, so what is the thought process with your ball club as things progress and you plan to win a division? You know what he said? How we handle September. How'd the Guardians handle last September?
Very well.
Very well. They've
Yeah.
been here before. They know what it looks like. And you know what I like most about this recent run? Other guys have stepped up and have alleviated the pressure off Jose Ramirez. And now, like a thoroughbred down the track, here he comes.
Yep.
He's starting to do things that look like him again. But when they were really struggling, everyone's saying he's got to be otherworldly for them to get going. He's got to be extraordinary. No, they give the front office credit. If they don't get Joe Adell, the Guardians are not in this position.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Adell has changed Cleveland's season. It's as good of a trade acquisition as they've made. It's better than Lane Thomas. It's better than many acquisitions they've made the trade deadline. I mean, he has come in and he provides them pop. Has it been unbelievable? No, but when he hits the baseball, it's changing things up for this team. I think he's fit right in with that clubhouse. Guys, they're getting more timely hits. They were the worst. They were the worst hitting team with runners in scoring position for about a month and a half straight. And I look at Adell, and I look at a guy who's hit close to 380 for the last 40 days, and that's Stephen Kwan. I mean, it's kind of Adam, you study this stuff. We're actually in the same fantasy baseball league. I can't remember a guy in season having this much extreme from month to month. This is insane.
It's especially what I've never seen is a hitter like him. You'll see power hitters that will be like this. Maybe not to this extreme, but it's more likely with a power hitter where 1 month he just can't be stopped. Alfonso Soriano used to be like that. He'd have a month where he'd hit 340 and hit 17 home runs, and then the next month he'd bat $140. But for an on-base guy, a singles hitter, to have this extreme difference where for 3.5 months he was basically the worst hitter in baseball, or one of them, and for the last 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it is, he's been one of the best. For the season now, his on-base is 11th in Major League Baseball. His on-base, since July, I believe, is second behind Yordan Alvarez. His on-base percentage is almost 500.
But look at the OPS.
The OPS is 933.
I've
never
Having
seen that
933 OPS with 1 home run is almost impossible.
And can I say, I want to say this too. Like, I sent something out about them yesterday, and the first 3 replies were, well, look, they're playing nobody.
Who cares? I know. It's so stupid.
It's a 162-game marathon.
Yeah.
Everybody plays everybody in the new scheduling structure. They against the Mets, the Guardians didn't look like they could beat anybody.
That's correct.
They look like a 4A ball club. I do not understand where this energy comes from. And I'm guessing there's just a sector of people who say, unless they win the World Series, I'm out on them. To that group of people, don't even bother hopping on the bandwagon here now. Because you might as well just stay off. Because you take no enjoyment in baseball if that's the only way that you think. Only one team can win the World Series. Guess what? The Guardians' chances are increasing right now by the day. And they can make a run. The reason being, they have the rotation. They have that rotation has really come into form. Parker Messick is throwing the baseball tremendously. Gavin had an off outing. He's going to be just fine. But Messick, I mean, this run of 2 runs or less, that's not normal. The bullpen has they've started to show signs of piecing it together. And now, I remember 10 years ago when this team made a run and made a run almost towards a world championship. And I don't, when we opened up, if you watch the game open, watch the national broadcast game open of the Indians Red Sox ALDS. And guys, in that series, heading in the series, Ernie Johnson, who's a broadcast legend, came on the air and said, everybody expects Boston to take this series and coast. It went the other way around. Anything can happen in October. I know people roll their eyes. It is the damn truth. And this team has a couple of people on it. They don't know any better.
Yeah.
Joe Adell doesn't know any better. These kids don't know any better. They're going to, DeLauder, if he's got to stay healthy, they need his bat. Bazana, they're going up there, and why not? And they got the experience of Ramirez, and they got a pitching staff that seems to be coming into form. And if you've got enough pitching in this, you've got a shot in this American League. This AL is as rough as I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's going to be the hottest team right now, other than the Royals, who are out of it. They've won, 9 in a row. They're still 15 under. Right now, the Guardians are the hottest team in the sport.
and Angel Hanau's been great. But I want Ralphie up here. I want Ralphie up.
Yeah, I agree.
Find a way, find a spot. Let's go. All right, you want to switch gears to the Browns?
Oh,
You got another Guardians question?
no, listen. I had a guard, but we're gonna go
yeah.
to the Browns because I think Fanta has calmed down now.
Yeah.
I think he's good. Since the
I
news
might
broke.
just head out while I'm ahead. I mean,
You should have just clicked off. Bye. I gotta go.
It's just like being at the blackjack table. I'm like up $250, and I'm like, I want to win 1,000 now.
Yeah, double down. I'll come at it from this angle. There's a lot of people in a situation that felt like for what happened, the Browns should have went in a different direction and either name Shedeur Sanders the starter, or figure out what you got, and move on from Deshaun Watson. That didn't happen. They made the decision. My question to you is, I want to delve into the collateral damage of it all, right? I talked about, political capital a little bit, right? When you're a new coach that you come in, you get that honeymoon. You get that. You have some less wait and see what are you going to do, because guys in the community and fan base are giving you an opportunity to just see what you are in a new head coach. Yes. But when they made the decision to play Deshaun Watson, do you believe this has the ability to have Deshaun Watson be attached to Todd Monken in a way that he wasn't when he first got here?
G. Bush, I don't think that. I think it's a very fair question, but I still, in my heart of hearts, don't fully believe that this was Todd Monken's decision. I think Todd Monken took the Browns job, a job that became less and less desirable. I know it's one of 32, but it's not like there was a deli line of people, and the people who were initially in line, some of whom backed out. That was telling in this. I think Todd Monken told the people hiring him, because my argument is I don't think Todd Monken would be an NFL head coach otherwise. That's nothing against Todd. It's just the reality of the situation, in my humble opinion. Maybe there's one other team that would have been strongly interested in him and would have hired him. But the fact of the matter is this: John Harbaugh is in New York, and he wasn't going to fire his guy. And it might have very well been because John Harbaugh was thinking, this is my guy, and I don't know what's going to be next for him, and I'm loyal to my people. And now he's in New York, and Todd's in Cleveland. They'll face each other in December. I think Todd Monken told the people that were hiring for the position, because Todd Monken really wanted to be a head coach and was looking at his career avenue saying, it's now or never for me to do this. I think he said, I could fix your quarterback room. Well, of course he's going to say that in an interview. Like, of course. But the fact is, he can't. It's not a room that can just be repaired as currently constructed. I think that the leaders of this organization refuse to fully slam the book on the worst transaction in the history of the National Football League. And they're going to attempt to squeeze even the last drop of hope out that he might be able to perform. Here's the thing. I don't attach Monken to this because I didn't really attach Stefanski to it, because the owner of the franchise said, this falls on me. We swung and missed. I kept upping the money. He's the one who controlled them. Watson, after saying he was turning the Browns down, Jimmy Haslam's the one who went into a room and said, we'll give him this. We'll give him this. He is the one who made this move. He is the one to blame. I laugh when he says that he shares in the fans' frustration and that he's as frustrated as fans are. That is a lie. That is not true, because if it were true, this guy wouldn't be starting. And the other thing about this thing that I think needs to be really analyzed here, everybody is looking at it as Watson and Shedeur. Shedeur and Watson. Whose side are you on? Take Shedeur Sanders, as hard as this may be, fellas, take him out of this for a minute. Just take him out. Take any other quarterback out. What Watson did on Saturday in the second half against backup players, and then doubling down and worsening it in that press conference room, is that wouldn't work in the UFL or the XFL. The fact that it's still functioning in the National Football League should cause the commissioner to reach out to that organization and say, don't you have hardworking customers who pay to go and see your games on Sundays? This is embarrassing for our product and our league.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. John, let's pretend for a second we're turning the page to our favorite time of the year, draft year. Obviously, next year is going to be the draft for the Browns. We've been saying that in your lifetime, in my lifetime, pretty much every year. But I want to know, what train are you on? Are you on the March for Arch, the lower the bar for Carr, the we want Dante Moore? I'm running out of clever things. Yeah. But anyway, you get the point. Who do you want?
Lose more for more?
Lose more for more?
That's no.
We got time. Who are you on?
I would keep an eye on two guys here that are not any of those guys. So I know I'm throwing a wrench in things. Yeah. I would really keep an eye on Jaden Maiava at USC. I think he's going to have a humongous season. They look really, really good, and I just see what Caleb Williams is doing. And look at the Lincoln Riley quarterbacks. I know some people can say they don't always agree with it, but this is a guy who has done a really good job of identifying talent, developing talent, having them ready, for the most part, for the next level. There are some things out of his control. The other guy that I would keep an eye on, and I'm not saying that he's going. I'm not saying that he's going over C.J. Carr or Arch Manning today, but a guy that I think is going to have a nuclear year that's going to get some buzz is Rocco Becht over at Penn State. He is the most experienced college quarterback in the country. And I think Penn State is going to make the college football playoff. And I think Rocco Becht will author the run. I think his stock will increase a lot. And if you don't believe me on Penn State, look at their schedule. It is as soft a schedule as I've ever seen a team like Penn State have. They don't have to play Oregon. They don't have to play Ohio State. And they do not have to play Indiana. That's almost unbelievable that they hit the jackpot that way. Becht is going to have a big year. Matt Campbell, we know Matt Campbell, okay? He was rumored a couple times in Cleveland. Keep an eye on that situation here. If you're a Browns fan, keep all options open. Here's the reason why I don't love Arch. To me, has something to prove now. Like his season, there are a lot of people who are like, well, don't blame Arch Manning for Texas's problems last year. Okay, he's the quarterback of the team. And I saw enough times last year where he would put the ball down and start running, or he didn't have a great pocket presence. Texas now got him toys. They got him weapons. And they're saying, we're going for it here. This is as good of an opportunity for Texas to break through and win it all. The SEC, other than Georgia, the SEC's got more questions than answers. A&M's got questions. They lost a lot. Ole Miss has a ton of questions. We have no idea what LSU's going to be. Lane Kiffin seems to be running the longest yard down there, trying to bring NFL players back to college. Absolutely ridiculous situation. So keep Carr. Here's the one thing I'll say about C.J. Carr. I don't always love quarterbacks. I don't love to overreact to quarterbacks, rather, that didn't have to go through a lot in college. C.J. Carr in Notre Dame could very well run the table. I got to see the ability, though. I do not want, and I'm not saying that he is this, I don't want J.J. McCarthy. Because C.J. Carr could be that, and Notre Dame could still win all their games. So we got to look at the individual talent. But Dante Moore, I think, is the best talent. Dante Moore's the best talent. He's got to eliminate some interceptions, but I think he's the best talent of the three that you guys just brought up. We'll see if that translates for Oregon. They have a real hard schedule.
All right, John, give us the promotion of the show before we let you go.
Yep,
Folks got to start watching.
Fanta 60 every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, NBC Sports Network, Peacock, and YouTube. You can find me at John_Fanta. The voicemail number is there. Anybody watching out there, anybody leaving a comment, please leave us a message. I will get it in on the show. I want to hear from you. At some point, this show, it's just getting off the ground. We're going to do it every Monday, but you guys, I'll tell you this. There's a very real possibility we take this show on the road from time to time as time goes on. And Maybe we'll even ask our friends at UCSS and NBC partner for a little bit of help down the road.
I like that. All right, John.
Would love to help, John.
We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Mike.
See
Thank
you
you,
later.
guys. And
All right.
thanks for talking at the broadcasting camp. It was awesome.
You
Thanks,
got
guys.
it. It was our pleasure.
Enjoy it.
The great John Fanta with us. We'll take a break, wrap up hour number 1. Lot to get to in the second hour, including another Guardians win. And